Amy McClellan, and I'm here today with you to talk about cleaning with essential oils in your home. I'm going to start out by just giving you a full confessional. I am a little bit of a clean freak. Ask my friends and family. I thrive when my house is organized and it's clean, and that's just my zone of genius. So this is a perfect topic for me. In fact, when my husband and I were first married, we owned a commercial cleaning company, and so I guess you could say it's just been in my blood for a lot of years, and I really like to clean. So when I was first introduced to doTERRA essential oils, I was using lots of different cleaners at that time. If you would have come to our home to visit, I had cabinets and I had closets full of cleaners. I was obsessed with finding the most amazing products that I could find, didn't matter the price. If you would have looked in my purse, probably you would have found a couple different punch cards for different cleaning companies in our local area because I was a frequent buyer of cleaning products. And when I was out there looking for those cleaning products, I really was just concerned with one thing. There was one thing mainly I was looking for, and that was basically, did they do what they claimed to do? Did they really work? So as I was introduced to doTERRA, of course I was falling in love with the essential oils for our health and our wellness, but I started to learn that we could use these essential oils in many facets of our everyday life to have just a healthier and cleaner environment to live in. And so that kind of expanded into our cleaning products at home. Along this journey, I stumbled onto a website, and I love this website by the EWG. It's the Environmental Workers Group, and they take regular products that you may have in your home, and they rate them on a scale and let you know how safe or how toxic those products are that you're putting into your home and your environment. So if you're interested in that, I would challenge you to pick up some of the cleaners that you have around your home and just put them in there, search, and see what information that you can gather on those things. So that started me on this journey of essential oils and cleaning and opened me up to this idea of finding something more natural. And I totally am so grateful for doTERRA's quality of essential oils that we can use in our cleaning. So there's a lot of benefits to cleaning with essential oils. First and foremost, they're toxin-free, they're effective, they're safe. They're safe to use in your environment around your whole entire family. You can use it on the old ones, the young ones, the big ones, the small ones, whatever you have in your home, totally safe. Another really great additional benefit to cleaning with essential oils is the fact that they're pleasing aromatically. It just smells really good. So I love to clean with the essential oils in our home. They're inexpensive, which is another great perk to using essential oils and to making your own cleaning products. And then last but not least, and it was really important to me, is the fact that they worked. They totally worked. And so that sold me on using the essential oils in our everyday cleaning. So today I wanted to share with you just a couple quick recipes that are simple. They just take a few ingredients and easy, ready to go. So when you're gathering your supplies to create your cleaners, first thing you're going to do is find a appropriate spray bottle that you can use. You can use a spray bottle that is plastic or glass. I prefer glass, but they do have these spray bottles that are plastic, and what you're going to want to look for in those plastic spray bottles is a recycled number 2 or a high density plastic, so it doesn't deteriorate with time as you use that cleaner. So for me, I like the different color bottles. That's also important because sometimes I don't put labels on things or the labels wear off over time. And I know that blue bottle is for glass cleaner, purple bottle is for all-purpose cleaner or whatever. So those are just some tips that I use. The two cleaners I'm going to share with you today, like I said, are super simple and they're effective. And the first one is an all-purpose cleaner that we use in our kitchen and our bathroom, just everyday messes, and it's super effective and really easy to do. So the ingredients are, first you're going to get your white vinegar, and you're going to need 1/4 a cup of white vinegar, and then you're going to place in there water, and you'll need 1 3/4 cup water, and then 30 drops of essential oils, and this is where the magic begins. You get to customize this all-purpose cleaner. I love the citrus oils because of their surface cleansing benefits and also the benefits of these essential oils for our health. And so I usually stick with one of those citrus oils. My favorites, lemon, lime, wild orange, bergamot, any of those are great. And you can put 30 drops in there and then shake that before each use because it's going to have the tendency to separate that oil and water. If you want to, you can customize different blends. Some of my other favorites are lavender and lemon together. You could put eucalyptus and peppermint and wild orange together. And then, of course, if you're talking about blends, the On Guard blend, love the On Guard blend in all-purpose cleaners. It works really well, and doTERRA obviously knew that, and they created the On Guard cleaning concentrate. So if you don't have time to make your cleaner, not like it takes a whole lot of time, but I have a bottle of this always open next to my kitchen sink, and it's got great directions on how to dilute it for different jobs, depending on how much cleaning you need to do. But I use that from everywhere, from cleaning our dishes to in the bathroom, and I'll squirt some in the toilet to do a toilet bowl cleaner at times. So I love the convenience of the On Guard concentrate, but also how effective it is in cleaning. So that's another option. The second recipe that I wanted to share with you is a glass cleaner, and we've changed the proportions a little bit. We have more vinegar in this recipe than we do water. So we're going to use 1.5 cups of white vinegar to 1/2 cup of water, and then we reduce the amount of essential oils we're putting into this cleaner, and we only use 8 drops of an essential oil. I prefer to use lemon in this cleaner, but any citrus oil probably works just as well. And another tip that I like I said, I shake that up and use it, is to use a recycled rag when cleaning. I feel like that's just a little bit more environmentally conscientious, a little bit green. So one of my extra little bonus tips for the day with your spring cleaning. Really, there are so many things that you could create as far as recipes for different cleaners in different areas of your home. So you can go to doTERRA's blog and find some of those recipes, or search online. Just have lots of fun with it. And I hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy your spring cleaning.
Hi, my name is Brianna Coles, and today I get to chat with you about how easy it is to make your very own household cleaners using simple ingredients and your essential oils. There are many reasons to go natural with your cleaning products, but before we dive in, let me just start by saying maybe you are like I was once. I heard the word DIY, or do it yourself, and it made me cringe a little. Isn't DIY just code language for complicated and time consuming? I don't have time or energy for anything like that, but I researched more about the products I was already using, and it made me realize how bad they were, and I became more motivated to at least give the do-it-yourself route a try. I want to share with you what I found out and why I will always make my own cleaning products now. All right, so why do it yourself? Well, first of all, it is a lot cheaper. Most cleaners you make yourself are going to cost around $1 to $2 compared to the $5 to $15 range for store-bought products. Plus, these actually work. That was another question that I had, so I was really grateful for that. And it's also much safer. Most store-bought cleaners contain dozens of toxic ingredients that are just no good for our skin or our lungs. And you compare that to most do-it-yourself recipes, which typically contain just a few natural ingredients. There's no need to pull out your rubber gloves and surgical masks when you clean your home. I also especially love that when I make my own cleaners, I control the ingredients going into them. And this gives me the peace of mind to know that not only are they safe for me to use, but my children as well. With 5 young children and 1 on the way, this matters to me. My children are always around when I am cleaning, and many are still young enough that they actually want to help with it. So it's very important to me to teach them how to do that. But if the cleaning products aren't safe for them, how can I include them? Well, now that's easy. It's so simple, and when I say simple, trust me on this. If you can read, measure, and pour, you can do this. Most of the things I make take less than 2 minutes to put together, so don't worry about it taking up a ton of your time. If you are sure to keep the basic ingredients on hand, it's also super convenient because if you run out of a certain mix, you just make more. No need for a trip to the store. Speaking of the basic ingredients, let's cover what some of those would be. These are the most common things you will use when creating cleaning products, and most likely you already have many or all of these ingredients around your home. But even if you don't, no worries. They are very easy to find. You can pick them up at most grocery stores, or even just order them online and have them delivered right to your house, which I'm always a fan of. As you get familiar with the different ways you can use these ingredients, you'll become more confident and maybe even start making up your own recipes. As you get familiar with the different ways you can use these ingredients, you will become more confident and maybe even start making up your own recipes. Today I will share some of my favorite recipes, but let's go over a couple more basics just to get you started. So your essential oils are going to play an important role in all of these recipes. And not only does adding essential oils to do-it-yourself cleaning mixes totally boost the cleaning power, but it will make your home smell amazing. No artificial fragrances required. There are so many popular oils that can totally be interchangeable, and you can even mix and match to your preference. Blends like On Guard and Purify are great if you just want a no-fuss, pre-blended oil. And I personally love trying out new mixtures with whatever my favorite smells are for that day. I tend to use a lot of citrus, mints, and firs, and it actually makes cleaning so much more enjoyable when it smells good. It's like a little pick-me-up with every sniff. Now let's talk about containers. It's a widely known fact that essential oils can degrade plastic. So for this reason, it's generally recommended to only store oils in glass, and I always follow that rule if I plan to use the oil mixture on my skin or in a food recipe. However, I've never had a problem mixing and storing my cleaning recipes in a regular plastic spray bottle for two reasons. One, the mixtures are usually quite diluted, and two, I'm not going to be ingesting the mixture or applying it to my body. So I also like to use plastic bottles for my kids to use since they're lighter and they're not going to shatter if they're dropped. So really it's just a personal preference. One thing that I will mention is that it is helpful to have a funnel to make pouring a breeze. Then when it comes to labeling your bottles, obviously you're going to want to know what's in them. I love to just get a label on there. You're going to want to make sure that it's waterproof. It's not going to rub off when you touch it. These are going to rub off. This is a chalk marker and it rubs right off. So don't use that. I was trying to make them look so pretty, and you're going to want to print some or do something different than this. But I do love using the oil cap stickers as well to remind me what oils I use. The label doesn't have to be fancy. Even if it's just a piece of masking tape with pen, that's okay. And the last thing I will mention is that if this is your first time making your own cleaning supplies, you can use the recipes that I will share with you today, but know that there are so many more, and anytime I want to find something, the first resource I typically turn to is Google. Just hop on there and search doTERRA cleaning recipes, and that will pull up lots of new ideas for you. All right, are you ready to dive in and check out the recipes I use most often in my home? I will add a quick side note here that we rely a lot on the On Guard cleaner concentrate for many jobs in our home. But some of my other friends have already recorded some other videos for you with more details on this product, so I won't be going into that too much today. First up is just a basic all-purpose spray. This is great if you don't already use the On Guard cleaner concentrate, or maybe you, heaven forbid, run out of it, or maybe you just want to change things up a bit and try something new. You can use this spray for kitchen, bathrooms, or really any area that you want to clean. Next is one of my most favorites, which is the wood polish. I love how it gives a shine like no other product that I've ever used. And even though it has olive oil in it, it's actually less greasy than the store-bought products I've used in the past. You could even substitute fractionated coconut oil in there in place of the olive oil. I like to use woodsy smelling oils for this mix and citruses. And then we've got a glass and mirror cleaner. Now this may fool you when you spray and wipe it because it's not like store-bought cleaners at all. You're going to see the water and wonder if it will just leave spots, but trust me, keep wiping, let it dry, and you're going to have a shiny, streak-free clean. The recipe calls for distilled water, but you can definitely just try tap water to see if that works great for you. I choose distilled water because I know in my area we've got hard water that isn't great for creating the shine I'm looking for. Next is one of my most favorites. This is like happy in a bottle for me. I keep a bottle by my nightstand and one in each bathroom. It's great for eliminating odors and refreshing your linens, but I even like to spray it when I just need to pick me up during the day. Now let's talk about the bathroom. Now cleaning the bathroom is not an experience people look forward to very often. Being stuck in a small closed space with harsh chemicals not only makes it hard to breathe, but it can also be hazardous to your health. When you make that switch to your own cleaning products, you not only end up with something that is safer, but it's so much more enjoyable as well. Even if cleaning the bathroom doesn't become your favorite household chore, you won't have to hold your breath or irritate your respiratory system to do it. So this soft scrub is excellent for getting rid of soap scum, removing stains, and brightening your tile and toilet. This scrub is also great to use beyond the bathroom. Try it out for your cleaning your kitchen sink, the refrigerator, tile floors, and the stove top. And last is these awesome toilet bowl cleaning pods. I like to keep a container of these right by the toilet, which makes it super simple to give the toilet a quick clean without tracking anything down. And it sure is nice to have a cleaner that doesn't have to be locked in a cabinet because it's unsafe to keep handy. These take about 5 minutes to put together, and my kids love helping to make them. In fact, they love making all of these recipes so much, they even try to come up with their own, which can be pretty creative and a little messy, but they sure have fun. So I hope this was helpful to get you started or give you some new ideas on how to use your essential oils in your home each day. Whether you just try one of these recipes or you go make over your entire cleaning cabinet right now, I hope you can see that these essential oils are capable of so much. Don't underestimate the many benefits they can provide for you. Explore the possibilities by educating yourself and being willing to try new things. doTERRA makes it so easy to make our home happy and healthy.
Hi, welcome to the Empowered Life series. My name is Rachel Loth, and I'm a doTERRA wellness advocate. I'm excited to be talking to you today about how to clean your home naturally, do a little spring cleaning without chemicals, and particularly using essential oils. I'm going to be sharing some products with you from the On Guard collection. On Guard is a blend that's specific to doTERRA. It's unique to us, and it has clove, cinnamon, wild orange, eucalyptus, and rosemary. It is a warm oil, and it was designed to help us boost our immune system, keep us healthy and strong. And because it's so good at that, it's also really good at cleaning. So why does it matter what we clean with? Traditional cleaners are full of chemicals, unfortunately, and especially in the United States, there's thousands of chemicals that are allowed to be used in our cleaning products that are unregulated. In other countries, many of these chemicals are even banned. Just under the name fragrance, there's thousands of chemicals that can be labeled that. And so when we're cleaning our home with these cleaners, we're putting a toxic load onto our body and onto the bodies of our children and our other family members. I'm a mom to 5 kids. They are ages 6 to 15, and years ago, before I even knew about doTERRA, my second son, was going through some really typical childhood issues. He had some skin issues, itchy red stuff going on in his legs. He had some breathing issues, and we were really concerned. So, of course, we saw the doctor, and we went through all the possible causes, and we looked at, some environmental issues, dust and things like that. But I went home and I started researching, and we looked particularly at food, of course, which is huge and plays a huge role in our immune system and how we feel. We also began to look at what was he being exposed to in our own home, what was in his environment that could be making him sick. And I discovered natural cleaners. I had no idea such a thing existed, and began to clean out underneath the sink. If you have things under your sink that have to be locked up because your child could be very hurt by drinking them, that's scary, and that's a level of stress as a mom too. And so I discovered baking soda and vinegar and things that you clean your home with naturally, and began making all these concoctions. And it felt so good as a mom to know that I had things in my home that were completely safe. I didn't have to lock them up anymore. They could literally drink them and they would be fine, and it made us all feel better. So enter doTERRA several years later, and doTERRA essential oils it's basically like putting color into your home. We had no smell at all in our home for a long time. We had removed all fragrance from every product, and so it's kind of boring. And doTERRA essential oils have made our home smell amazing in a really safe way, but they've also helped me clean even more efficiently and still getting this wonderful power of natural cleaning. And so I'm going to share some of those products with you. My first and one of my most favorite products that doTERRA makes is the On Guard Cleaning Concentrate. It's a concentrate, so you're just going to use a little bit. You're actually going to use 2 tablespoons of this in a full-size spray bottle, and you can clean everything with this. So here's a glass one. You can mix it in glass, and a lot of people worry about that with essential oils, but it doesn't have to be glass. You can buy a normal commercial spray bottle, plastic, just buy a good quality one, 24 to 26 ounces, and so just 2 tablespoons is going to fill that whole bottle up, and so you can make a lot of bottles from this. In the U.S., this is $14.50 for members. And so it's going to last a long time, and you're definitely saving money over buying a lot of all-purpose sprays. So what do we clean with this? Everything. The counters, the floors. You can even clean mirrors and windows. And even every time I use it, I'm still amazed that there's no streaks. It really, really works. It cleans up great. So you can spray your counters, spray your mirrors, clean it all at once. If you clean the bathroom, you can add an extra tablespoon. All the directions are here on the back. You can add an extra tablespoon for extra clean. Having 3 boys, I definitely do that in my bathrooms. We also use it straight on really tough things like grout and inside the toilet bowl, inside the bathtub. I'll just use it straight that way and get a really good scrub on. We had a home built in the 1950s, and our floor grout was very dirty. It was no longer white. And I would use that straight on there, and it was just amazing how clean and how white it got. So if you have grout in your home, then you definitely need to get yourself some of that. You can also DIY all-purpose cleaners with doTERRA. This is really easy. So you're going to take a spray bottle, just like we talked about before, do half water, half vinegar, and then add whatever essential oil you want. So you can add On Guard if you want to clean really tough things. If you're just freshening your counter up, you can add other things, lavender, whatever your favorite oil is. A lot of people also like to clean with citrus oils. They're really great in the kitchen and degreasing things. And so that's another option to the concentrate. But I love them both, and we use that concentrate for everything. You also, if you're in a pinch, can use it in your dishwasher. I have put just a tiny bit before in my dishwasher, just a little, because you don't want bubbles all over your house, but it works really, really well. All right, the second product we're going to talk about is our On Guard Foaming Hand Soap. Traditional hand soaps, unfortunately, have chemicals in them, and they have a lot of them, and they can affect all of our body, especially our hormonal systems, and cause things that look like allergies. So itchy rashes, sneezing, coughing. My youngest daughter, if she uses a lot of traditional soap products, she gets really itchy red hands, and she's miserable. And so we try to avoid those at all costs. So doTERRA's On Guard foaming hand soap is really, really great. You just fill up a foaming hand pump, and doTERRA has a really cute one that matches. And you fill that up, and you just use 1 pump to wash your hands. Make sure you tell your kids that, because my kids love to pump the bubbles out. Just 1 pump, it'll last a long time. Your kids' hands are getting really clean without any harsh chemicals. Her hands do not react at all to On Guard's hand soap, and we have it in our kitchen and in all our bathrooms. And you can also wash your fruit with it, which is really, really handy. So if you have an apple, and my kids can all do this themselves, make sure you wash your apple with the On Guard hand soap. And so they can just scrub it on there and rinse it off. It works great. We also use it a lot for boo-boos. So we live in the country, and our kids are always out, getting little scrapes and bumps. And the first thing you want to do is wash it, right? You want to make sure that it's really clean. You can decide what to do next. So as soon as the kids come in, the first thing I go to is the sink. I use our On Guard foaming hand wash and just clean that up really well, so I can decide what we need to do next after that. But it's gentle. It doesn't sting at all. Your little ones won't mind it if you need to wash off their little scrape with it. All right, what about when you're not home and you need to clean your hands? doTERRA has a brand new product, and it's amazing. It's called the On Guard Sanitizing Mist, and it kills 99.9% of germs. It is great. And not only that, because a lot of things say that, it's not full of chemicals. Because traditional hand sanitizer is really, really bad for us. Most of them have something called triclosan, and triclosan is very taxing to your hormonal system. And so this causes a lot of problems and bacteria that becomes resistant to things like triclosan. So we want to avoid that in our lives in general, especially putting it on our hands and our little baby hands. And so we have no triclosan in our hand sanitizing mist. So you spray it on, that alcohol flashes off really quickly, and you're left with moisturized hands that smell amazing, smell like On Guard, and no bacteria left. Now, if you're a DIY person and you prefer to DIY your hand spray, you can use a spray bottle like this. This is 2-ounce spray bottle. And fill it with water and 15 drops of On Guard. And I like to add a little bit of fractionated coconut oil to it as well. It keeps your hands moisturized, and you're good to go. This is what we used before we had the hand sanitizing spray. And so either one works great, and we spray everything. My kids actually have to spray their hands the second they get in my car. And anytime we're anywhere, and I know it has helped us stay healthy many, many times. Okay, so now let's switch to talking about something a lot of people don't think about at all, and that is what we clean our clothes with. Traditional detergent has, guess what? A lot of chemicals in it. Americans, culturally, we have come to believe that clean smells. It smells like some kind of really strong fragrance, and that's not true. Clean actually smells like nothing because it's clean. And so we don't need to have our clothes smelling for 2 weeks past when we wash them for them to be clean. That's actually not a good sign if what you're using lingers in your clothes for weeks and weeks, because what it's doing is coating the material of your clothing, and that is then sitting on your skin. And your skin's your biggest organ. Your skin absorbs. We use oils on our skin. They go into our bloodstream. And so we like to say you shouldn't put anything on your skin you wouldn't eat. Well, it's the same for your clothes. Don't eat your clothes, but you need to wash them with something that's safe and healthy. The other thing about traditional detergent is it actually leaves a coating. A lot of that is for scent, but that coating is what makes your clothes rough. And so then they sell you a fabric softener, right, to make your clothes soft again. Well, what the fabric softener does is coat your clothes again, and that makes a fragrance that a lot of people want to have, and it makes their clothes soft, but it's just layers and layers of chemicals. So every article of clothing you're wearing is touching your skin, and that's really important to think about. And so if we switch to a natural detergent, we're taking a whole nother layer of toxic load off of our bodies. We want our body to be, safe with what's touching it. So doTERRA has a laundry detergent, and it doesn't have any of the traditional junk. It doesn't have artificial fragrance. It has On Guard, which is going to be great for getting our clothes really clean. And it has a whole 10 milliliters of On Guard in every single bottle. And so this works great. It's a small bottle, but you just use a tiny bit, so it lasts a long time. It's safe for front loaders. It's safe for HE washers. And it's going to get your clothes really clean. You can also use it as a pre-treater. So some people have even taken jumbo roller bottles, filled it with On Guard, and used that as a pre-treating stick, a stain stick. So that works really, really well. And then you can rest, you can breathe easy wearing your clothes, that you're not being taxed respiratory-wise either, because you're breathing in all those things that are on your clothes. So now we've been years without fragrance in our detergents, and someone can walk by and it just hits you, it kind of assaults your respiratory system. So we just get used to that. And so if you're used to that smell, it is worth it to kind of detox, strip your clothes of that, use the On Guard cleaner, and take that whole extra load of toxicity off of your body. So the whole point of this is that you can do some really simple, easy things to take a load off your body, to make your home more natural, to take toxins out of your home. And most of them are going to save you a lot of money and make you feel so much better. So maybe they're the kind of person that wants to do one baby step at a time. Maybe it feels overwhelming, and that's okay. Just choose whatever feels the easiest to you and change that. And when that's comfortable and you're ready, go and change the next thing. Maybe you're the kind of person that goes all out, and so go all out, change it all. You can find tons of DIY recipes on doTERRA.com for all types of cleaning and face products and body products, as we clean our body, right? We want to do that without chemicals as well. So go for it. Make these changes. You will feel better, your family will feel better, and your body will thank you. So have a great time spring cleaning, and do it the green and natural way. Thanks for watching.